Hey there, cycling enthusiasts! In this video, we'll talk about 7 at-home strength exercises you can do to improve your cycling ability. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and we promise once you've watched this video, you will know all you need to be the best cyclist in your group. So grab your gym notebook and let's get into it. Before we start, let's talk about mindset. Before we start the list, we must mention that knowing which exercises to do is just the beginning. It may be more of an effort to have to go to the gym every day, especially during the pandemic. Ever since COVID hit, we have been stuck in our homes, doing nothing but binge watching shows and loading up on junk food. But don't fret, the 7 exercises we have for you can all be done at home. But you might find working at home much more demanding than going to the gym. With all those distractions around you, it can be tough to stay dedicated on a daily basis. But if you can hang in there, you'll soon find yourself impressing everyone with your cycling skills. We wish you good luck, and let's begin. First up, straight leg hold. Lay down facing upwards. Lift one of your legs and hold it around 2 feet from the ground. Make sure your knees are locked and that your lower leg stays straight along the ground. Lock both your knees and keep both legs straight. You may feel like slightly bending your knee will make it easier to handle, but don't give in to the temptation. If you feel you can't do it, shorten your sets or take a break to let your muscles relax. Try and hold that position for 5 or 10 seconds, depending on your capability, and relax the leg back down. Repeat these another 5 times and then switch legs. Remember to lessen your sets if you feel like this is too much. Overworking your muscles can result in injury. If you feel cramps in your upper thigh, consider placing your leg on a chair or a stool so the weight of the leg can be divided. This will help you slightly supporting the weight, but you must still apply as much force as you can without cramping up. This exercise helps strengthen your quadriceps. It will help you pedal more effectively when cycling and can also help loosen your hamstring if required. Next up, spinal extensions. Cyclists bend over the handles of their bicycles to reduce air resistance and be more streamlined, but staying bent like that for a long time can produce pains in our lower back. To avoid such inconveniences, we need to train our lower backs to be able to withstand the fatigue whenever we cycle on the longer cycling circuits. Here's a useful way to start. Find a cushion and lay face down over it. Place it just above your pelvis in such a way that your pelvis stays in contact with your mat. Once in position, slowly extend your spine, curving your back as much as you can without raising your pelvis from the ground. You can place your hands on the back of your head if you feel this is too easy. Hold for however long you can. Take a break and repeat until you feel fatigued in your lower back. Finding these exercises useful so far, or are you just learning and we'll try them out later? Either way, you'll want to know the other 5. Up next, adapted side plank. You may think you only need to work on your legs, since those are the only muscles needed to pedal, but core stability is just as, if not more, important. You may not notice it much, but your trunk side bends when you pedal. To work the muscles responsible for that motion, people normally use side planks, but we realized that while side planks help work out your side, they also challenge your shoulder and the muscles of your hip. We came up with an adapted version, which enables better focus on those side benders. Find a couch or a chair that reaches the same height as your thigh or your knee. Use it to support your upper body as you lean on it sideways, and place a towel or something similar to ensure your legs stay apart as they do when you stand up normally. Push your waist away from the floor by squeezing the muscles between your pelvis up to your rib cage. Hold this position for 10 seconds. Take a few seconds to relax and repeat 6 times. Change sides and do the same again. And then there's the side-lying hip abduction. We often hear cyclists complaining about knee pain, and the studies show that the culprit is the muscle that abducts your hip. Strengthening your hip abductors can help avoid knee pain and improve our cycling skills. Here's a good exercise to start you out. Get into position by laying down sideways, bending your bottom knee, and locking the one on top. You don't want any movement in the pelvis, so place a hand at the top of your pelvis to restrain your pelvis in place. Grab something to support your head and keep it straight. Once in position, raise your top leg straight up. Hold that position for a couple of seconds and slowly bring it back down. Not all the way down though. You'd want to stop as soon as you feel your pelvis move towards your feet, and then repeat. Continue to repeat until you feel a slight fatigue in your hip abductor, and then change sides. Itching to give it a try or what? Great, that's another 2 down. This is the final stretch. Watch till the end. Next up, single leg calf raises. This one may seem easy at first, but since its usage is a major part of pedaling, we decided to include it. Your calves are used in both pushing the pedal down and pulling your foot up once you reach the bottom of the pedal. These muscles are used at every pedal, so having stronger calves will give you an advantage over the others at every pedal. And if not for cycling, you can flex your defined calves whenever you go to the beach or wear shorts outside. To start this one off, you will need a chair. Face the chair's back and lift one of your legs. We're going to be working on the leg that holds all your weight and is still on the ground. Slowly lift your heel off the ground while keeping the knuckle of your big toe firmly in contact with the ground. You can grab the chair's back for support if you can't balance yourself on one foot. You want to raise your body up and down without letting your heel land back on the ground. Repeat these steps until you feel your calves burn, and then swap legs. Doing this exercise in between other exercises will help you rest the other unrelated muscles, ensuring your body doesn't cool back down. And then the split squat. This exercise is also aimed at your quadriceps, so we suggest not doing it immediately after the straight leg hold. We recommend starting without dumbbells, but if you feel you have to put in way too many reps before the burn comes in, feel free to add weights. Begin by standing with your feet in line with your waist and slide one foot back as far as it goes without making you arch your lower back. Lean your upper body forward slightly and slowly lower yourself towards the floor. Keep going downwards and pause just before your knee touches the floor. Make sure your knee doesn't make contact with the floor, and after holding for 5 to 10 seconds, slowly push yourselves back up. Try and use your leading leg to push you up rather than the one under you. It's impossible to make it completely biased to one leg, but remember that it's your leading leg that you're working on. Using the other one would make the exercise useless. And finally, press up. Most of the exercise circuits out there feature the press up, so if you're anything like us, you'd hate it by now, but they are in those circuits because it's important. It's unlikely you don't know how to do this one, but for the beginner out there, let's go through the press up. Lay on the ground facing the floor and place your hands slightly inside of your elbows. Make sure your hands are aligned with your chest. Now push your feet together and come up on your toes. Keep your abdomen braced and try not to let the rest of your body move once you start the press-ups. Taking your weight onto your arms, slowly begin to lower your body toward the ground. Once you feel your elbows are as far back as possible, pause for a couple of seconds before slowly pushing back up. There you go, you've completed a press-up. Is that so hard? Well, if you feel you can't do that more than a couple of times, perform them on your knees to build your strength up. So that was it, guys. Remember to perform this workout once or twice a week, depending on your cycling schedule. Try and avoid working out and cycling on the same day, because that could overwork your muscles and may cause injury. Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.